Welcome back. We are done playing the waiting game. It's time to play the real games. High school football is back. The Borderland Blitz, sponsored by Southwest University, premieres tomorrow. But tonight, 6 games featuring local teams. We start with the first game of the season. And when you need good highlights, nobody better to turn to than ABC7's Luke Liddon. Luke?
Trevor, it almost doesn't feel like real life. Football has returned, and it's here to stay for the next 3 months. So let's get to the first game of the season, Americas and Del Valle. And remember, the Trailblazers earned its first trip to the playoffs last year, so they have high expectations coming into 2016. Let's go to the SAC. America's showing off the red, white, and blue with the American flag. In the first quarter, the Trailblazers getting the board first. Christian Astorga with 2 passing touchdowns on the day, and here's one of them right to Jacob Monades, 28 yards for the 6-0 lead. And now in the second, look at this. Mike Munoz off the edge, lays into Raymond Montes for the big sack. So with good defense comes even better offense. Second quarter, Josh Fields from a yard out, diving into the end zone. Del Valle thought it was a fumble, but it was in fact ruled a touchdown as the Conquistadores only in opponent territory twice all game long as Americas goes on to win 18-6. On now to the Burgess Mustangs hosting Isleta. This one also a little lopsided. In the first quarter, Damian Solis trying to stretch the run outside. Nope, not going to work. Instead, takes the easier path right up the middle for 6 as the Indians take the 7-6 lead. And later, oh, that looks like Trevor dancing. Okay, later in the second, it's Solis again, but this time with his arm. Blown coverage, and he finds a wide-open Jason Webb in the end zone for arguably the easiest score of the night. Isleta wins easily, 31-14, and that right there is just the beginning. Day 1 of the 2016 season in the books, but as we all know, it doesn't get real until tomorrow night for the Borderland Blitz. But Trevor, I know you have a lot more highlights to get to, so I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Luke, you give me way too much credit. I don't dance that well at all.
Almost.
Thank you, though. I appreciate it. I
try.
Well, we do have a lot more to get to. Pebble Hills venturing into unfamiliar territory this year, taking a step up from the world of JV football into the world of varsity. I'd say things went pretty well today. The Spartans heading to Irvin for their first varsity game ever. Here is Orlando Puig finding Justin Wolf. They were already up 27-0. That made it 34-0 Pebble Hills. They look good. They cruise 34-6. The final. And look at the view from Bowie for Parkland and Jefferson. Jefferson mascot fired up, but it was not a pretty picture for the Silver Foxes. Down 7-0, punting. The snap gets away from the punter, results in a blocked kick. Parkland jumps on it to take over. That leads to an A.J. Briggs touchdown strike to Pat Sullivan. Matadors go up 2 scores, but wait. On the ensuing kickoff, this is going to be a short little kickoff. No one on Jefferson falls on it, so Parkland's Jacob Mendez does. Then Mendez rewarded on the ensuing drive, touchdown run for him. And this look says it all for Jefferson. Parkland crushes them 53-8. How about Canutillo and Socorro? Second game of the day at the SAC. No score. Canutillo's Danny Alvarez. The deep bomb to Joseph Paz. Nobody gonna catch him. 7-0 Eagles. And cue the band. That's right. And it's Canutillo with the ground attack. Aaron Moya this time for the touchdown. 14-0 Eagles. More from them. Alvarez says, I'm just going to do this all by myself. 21-0. Canutillo goes on to win 42-6. Franklin in Midland taking on the Midland Bulldogs. First quarter, Midland driving. Jackson Anaskavich to Jalen Childress. And Childress does most of the work here. Ends up inside the 5. Midland would then punch it in on the ground. Touchdown for the Bulldogs. Franklin would find themselves down 21-7 in the second. Nice run here by Seth Dominguez. That would set up a Franklin touchdown, but Midland would pull away. They win it easily 56-28.